So yeah, the video recorder I use is free and it cuts you off at 15 minutes, and this isn't scripted, so it's not going to be perfect, but you're getting real stuff here, so definitely pay attention and take notes and watch the videos, a ton of times, because I don't know how many times I've watched Timothy Sykes videos. I still watch his videos. Um, Tim Grittani, Jack Kellogg, all of them, Kyle Williams. I mean, even though he's more of a short seller and I can't short sell yet, it's still good to learn from people. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. So here's kind of the end of the video. And I didn't know I sounded like that, kind of like country, but whatever. Um, yeah, so here's the next video. As you can see, TRIL, kind of a good stop out. What I'm looking for tomorrow, and this is definitely a setup I'm going to trade tomorrow, most likely. If it can hold this, $6.80, $7 range, tomorrow I'm looking for this exact setup. You see on the 5-minute chart, you see a spike sideways for a while, overhyped day, you buy that. And this time it should be close enough to where that overhyped day will take it over 769. So, you know, over 769, I think it could easily run to like 850 on that same day where you'll want to take a little bit of profit. And then hold some for a gap up, just like this day, gapped up, and it sold right off. So you'll see a gap up probably to around like 970, 10 area where I'll look to sell right at the open. So yeah, tomorrow, wait for the first high of day break on a 5-minute chart. And hopefully it's tighter than this, because this was what the high was 7 and the low was 668. So you got a 30-cent risk there. I mean, not ideal at all. You'd like, 10, 15 cents max risk to make $1. Nice risk reward there. But yeah, let's go into some other stocks I've been watching. So, I'm watching OPGN. This one was really close here to the 420 breakout, and it closed at 390. But, next day opened at 365 on the gap down and continued down. And it's been disappointing me every day since. I was hoping, it could hold the 350 area, and then I could buy it over 4 here, anticipating the 420 break. But we'll see. I mean, it's lower volume. We'll see if someone can support it here in the 3 area and bring it back to 350, and I'll still buy it over 4. Another one here, kind of same scenario. I was hoping it would kind of hold this 2 area so that we could break 258. And we'd get to like 4 or 5, something like that. Look at this volume, 50 million, but 20 million, 5 million, 3 million, 1.5 million. That's just how they do. Huge volume, drop off to nothing. But light volume's holding it up, which is surprising, which is why I'll keep it on my radar. As you see a spike, now it's curling over 208. So we got a double top, 208, 208. Over 208, it could springboard it to 258. And if it's a nice enough setup, you buy at 208 big, and you add at 258 break, already up on money from 208. This is how you see guys make such big wins, and they tell you, "Oh, I was only risking $75, or I was risking nothing." And that's truthful, because they were already up from an entry down here when they're buying up here. So technically they're risking 150 up here, but they're already up 300 from this entry. So if they lose 150 and they lock in this 300, they've made 150. Kind of crazy. But if you're to buy all up here and you lose 150 on a stock you should have made 150 on. Weird to say, true either way. So we have this one, NH. As you can see, it's kind of like stuffed here, but check this out. It's a big spike, down to the base, spike, down to the base, spike, holding near highs. This is the difference. I wish it had more volume now, like this one, but I definitely would add, risking maybe like, I don't know, half of 1% of your account over 0.243, and then adding again over 275, another 0.5%, so total risk will be 1% on this trade. Looking to definitely sell it all one day, because look what happened. Big spike, big wick, closed, nothing else. I mean, it's nothing to hold overnight on. Okay, then we have HTBX, which was another one I was watching. Let's go to HTBX. Took a trade on it today. Or no, I didn't take a trade on it today. I took a trade on it yesterday and then didn't work out. So what I was hoping for was, a gap up right here to like 69, and then it hold around this area, 70, 80 cent area, and then the next day break. But no, it had to break right here, close crappy. I mean, because wait, 50 cents to high. I mean, how could you buy that? I mean, I tried. Where did I try to buy it at? Breakout 87. So yeah, after this dip held, I bought it right here, and as it came up and hit and stuff, I thought, okay, well, I'm not going to hold it because it likes to gap down. Cut it right here, and then what happens, it holds sideways, and it goes negative after hours. I think, okay, it was good to cut, and I think, all right, well, it's going to set up for tomorrow for over this high, because it only broke by 1 cent and stuff. So over 89, I think, same play. What happens? Pre-market setting up nice. I'm like, all right, cool. Volume's coming in, awesome. This is going to set up beautifully and break out. Damn, it breaks out pre-market without me. And this happens a lot. If you trade these multi-day breakouts NASDAQ, you'll see them break out pre-market. When they do, they don't really work out. I mean, it's more of a scalp play that you could have scalped in pre-market, but I think it's like 20 bucks to buy and $20 to sell in pre-market or something like that. So maybe it's $10 to buy, 10 to sell. I'm not sure. Either way, it's a commission, a solid one. So you better know what you're doing. But it broke out without me, and I never traded it. Now, whenever it went red here, because it was a breakout gap up, NASDAQs like to go red on day 2 after the breakout and gap up. I told myself, on paper, let's short it here on the VWAP stuff, and then we'll cover it on the next pool, and that's exactly what happened. Some guys in my Discord chat, I got invited to a Discord chat here with some big traders in there. Not really going to say their names because I'm not sure they want me to say their names, but they have a Discord chat because they might get blown up for that. But I was asked to join because I basically bugged the crap out of them, and I called out some good stocks on Twitter, and I guess he saw that I had some benefits to joining the group, and I'm mostly the NASDAQ breakout guy in there, but there's another guy in there that he's good, and he's actually might be a little bit better than me. So I'm glad to have him in there too. It's a really great chat room, and if you get invited to it, awesome. One day I'll create my own Discord chat room, and I'll probably charge for that though, because by the time I do that, I'll be making real serious money and calling out real serious trades. Yeah, so that one didn't work with me, so that's kind of frustrating. But let's check out, I showed you TRIL, how I'm looking to play that one tomorrow. That one should have you fired up. Look at this one. It might bounce back here without me. That would suck. But I wouldn't, be that mad because I traded my setup and I stuck to my rules this time, and that was cool. But let's go to, what was it? TRNX. If you see the volume here, it's 8.83 million. This is kind of how I like to judge a breakout. No, it doesn't have to be all-time highs. People go, well, isn't there a lot of back holders? And I go, well, there is, but the volume, if it's enough, wipes them out. So 49 million. Look at these other volumes. Not even close, you know? They're 10 times less, 20 times less, whatever. And this one here, it's only 8 million. So there's some bag holders here, but our volume trumps it, 32 million. So normally I would say no, because I need the volume, the recent volume for the breakout to be twice the 3-year high volume. But check it out. It's a recent split, so it's a split within the last year. 12/6/19 it split. And it's not had big volume since. So that makes me believe now that this could be a setup here. What is this right here? 18 cents to 40 cents. That's basically a 100% gain. We're starting to hold near highs. Highs of 40 cents. You know, if it can close 33, 34, that's beautiful. 35, 36, even better. Then over 38, 39, my goodness. You know, that's a dream setup. If it was OTC, I'd be risking 200-300 on it. Since it's a NASDAQ, I'll probably risk like 140 on this if it does indeed set up. If it just fades back to nothing, then I'll just be disappointed and didn't do anything. Okay, whatever. Now let's go look at some of my scans here. Kind of see if we missed anything on the day. This is how I build my watch list. I built these watch lists. It took me a long time to build these watch lists. This is my potential multi-day breakout watch list. And the scan settings aren't here, but I'll tell you it's something like up 10% on the day with the volume of at least 2 million, and that's probably about it. I do like to trade only American stocks, though. I hate Chinese stocks. Nothing against Chinese people, but I've been burned on too many of those Chinese stocks. GNMK, okay? So here we go. Let's take a look at it. You big spike, put it over there. You can obviously see that this one right here has a ton of volume in the past. So we need to look at it. I know. That was a multi-day breakout pattern that I whiffed on. I did okay. I mean, I lost like $6 on it, you know, could have lost more, but I should have made a bunch buying over 550, I believe, and it blasted straight to like 750 that day without me. Okay, so that's another bad play trade, but we'll put that on watch. ANTM, 25 million. I don't see any volume above it, so we'll check it out. OPK, same thing, nice volume. We'll check it out. We already know about HTBX, so we don't need to check that out. So GNMK, alright, not all-time highs, but looks like it will be all-time volume. Let's look at it on here. GNMK. Now, why didn't I buy it over this breakout? Because it's a red candle. Or this one, it's a red candle. I don't like buying stocks over red candles on the daily chart. But this is a green candle now. And as you can see, and it was decent, it was definitely a good buy right here, but you never know. Let's see if it can hold up. I wonder if I could draw here. Doodle. Yeah, here we go. Green, so we have like a green candle here. Yeah, and then we'll have another one here, break way over it. Yeah, so that's kind of how it's going to look in an elementary looking way, because I can't draw on a laptop. But yeah, we'll see it holding in the 560, 570 area, and then over 597. I'll probably wait for 601 print, 602 print right there, and then we'll hopefully get, you know, a rip to 750. But yeah, that's a good one. It's the most volume clearly in the last 3 years. And I'm basically going to repeat that same process. Make sure it's the most volume in the last 3 years. If it is, then it's going on the watch list. I don't know. Is it the most volume in the last 3 years? Let's see.